Hey everybody, it's Gazer back again with another development update of Super Sprint. I think we're on development update number 14 now. So it's been a couple of weeks since I last did an update, so I thought I'd show you where I'm getting up to. So really in the game what I've been doing is just tidying up some things, but one key thing that I have added, and which is quite cool, is I've expanded the controls for the cars quite a bit. So I'm going to take you through what I've actually done. It's actually, this sort of stuff's really boring to code. I absolutely hate it. If I ask any developer, I don't think they like doing it. And it's just mundane, boring code to write. There's very little visually that you actually see. But I'll take you through it anyway, just to show you. And I'll talk about some of the, probably the more exciting things about the game, such as the controls, which I've got planned. And you know, the 4-player support, which I plan on doing. So first things first, let's see where we're up to. I'll just take you through. The first thing that I've done is I've taken off the sort of like the filter effect. So you see in this raw, as I see it, with no filtering at all. A few people mentioned about the flickering video. I don't know. It's going to be interlaced. That's which way it is. That's which way I planned it. It's taking the original assets from the game and making them work on the A1200. I did look at using the VGA mode very briefly, but I really want to concentrate on the actual game itself before I look at that. So at the minute it is where it is in the native resolution of the arcade, using interlace mode on the A1200 AGA. So as you can see, what I've done here, I've added some a little menu, I guess, where you can start the game, set some controls, or you can look at the credits. So yeah, I've done, as I said, I've done quite a bit of work on the controls. And it's just flicked over to the high score screen there. I've done quite a lot of work on the controls, but I'll just flick this back. I'll just show you. So at the minute, what I'm doing is I'm controlling I'm doing left and right with my joypad plugged into joy port. It'll be port number 2 of the Amiga. And what I can do, using any control plugged into the configured ports, and I'll show you what the configured ports are. So currently the blue car's in joystick port 2, the red car is in joystick port 1, the yellow car's in parallel port 1, and green car's in parallel port 2. Or I can go back and exit. So what I want to do, if I want to set the controls for the red car, I can select that, and I've got these options. I can go joystick port 1, joystick port 2, hybrid port 1, hybrid port 2, parallel port 1, 2, and a couple of sets of keys as well. Now you may be wondering what these hybrid ports are. What I plan on doing is effectively mapping the up and down and second button of each of the joystick ports and splitting them out into a separate joystick, I guess cable, and mapping them up and down and the second button to left, right, and button 1. So with a little adapter, which I'm hopefully being in process of getting somebody to actually manufacture for me, I'll be able to create 4-player mode for like the likes of the CD32, because the CD32 doesn't have a parallel port adapter. So that's the idea anyway. Now all of these controls are working. I can map them no problem. So for the red car, if I want to just apply key set QWZ for that, or if I want to map the yellow car, I've actually got a joystick plugged into parallel port 2, so I'll map the yellow car to that. And if we say, I don't know, say map the green car to the OPM keys. So happy days. And the parallel ports are just, you can buy an adapter, which I've actually bought one which plugs into the Amiga's parallel port, and it gives you an extra 2 ports on the back so you can have 4 joysticks going at the same time. So let's see where we're at and start a game. So the first thing you'll see, we've now updated the screen. Just need to maybe turn the sound down a little bit. Let me have a look. So first thing you'll see is I've updated the display, so it now says prepare to race, and I've added at the bottom here push button to race for the green car as well. So what I can do at this point, I can bring in other players. So if I'm just going to press the button that's plugged into the parallel port, and there you go, I see I've got the yellow car which I originally mapped, and then if I try, I think it was the red car, wasn't it? Yeah, so the red car, I've just pressed the keyboard there, and I think I pressed M. So there I've got 4 players all playing now, and blue car if he sets off the control. We should have 4 players up and running, and so I'm pressing the joystick, the keypad that I've got plugged into joystick port 1, and if I press the one that's plugged into the parallel port, it's in port 2, and then I've got the key sets as well, so it should be the red car. There we go, all sorted, and maybe it's the green car as well. There you go, I've got the green car going as well. So yeah, all working. Got some collision issues on some of them, but I need to do them pickups. So tell you what, we'll just try that with the red car, see if that works. I've got a bit of a slight bug there with that one. I'm not sure why, but I'm sure we'll be able to get it sorted out. Let's just try this car. Oh, it works for the blue car. So there you go. So I'll just go around one time, and what I've also done is you now get the correct results. So who's actually finished first, second, third and fourth, and it's updating all the score and everything. Looking really nice. You've got the green car status on the bottom there. So yeah, so realistically I would need 3 spanners to get to this screen, but I'm just showing you it for a demo. There you go. But because I've got all of the cars playing at the minute, they're all saying prepare to race. It's like probably know the text on the yellow car, but at this point you can actually, if you've lost the race, you can actually come in and press a button and rejoin the race. So that's like the game sequence all completed. All looking really nice, all the scores updating. Yeah, it's looking pretty neat. So really it's now just a case of working on things like this, like the collisions. You know, they've got some bugs on the collisions and on the tracks, which I really need to concentrate on. But that's effectively the boring stuff out the way. So what I'd be interested to know is how many people actually have a CD32, and how many would be interested in, I guess, getting an adapter, which takes the 2 ports from the CD32 and turns it into 4 ports to play the game. I know the parallel port's widely available for everybody, but I don't think the CD32 came with a parallel port, so it's given it's an arcade game, and I've kind of went to quite a lot of lengths to make sure that, for example, at the start of when you set the controls, you can only set the controls using left and right, and the button you can't use up and down. So I had to really think about how to do that, so that if you were playing on a CD32, any player could pick up a control and actually just start playing the game. So that's all in and working. But yeah, I'd be interested to know how many people would actually, I guess, be wanting to wanting to play it on the CD32. So I might put a little poll up on the social media when I do the post and get some feedback. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.